You are about to discover something most people will never hear in their lifetime. One word, a single word, so powerful, so alive that when it is spoken and felt within you, it begins to rearrange everything in your outer world. This is not poetry. It is not superstition. It is law. Neville Goddard taught that your imagination is the creative power of God, and what you impress upon your imagination becomes your reality. But here is the secret he shared only with those who were willing to listen closely. Your words are not just sounds. They are containers of belief, containers of feeling, containers of destiny. Think about the words you repeat to yourself every day. I can't. It's hard. I don't have enough. Every time you speak them, you are not just describing your life, you are commanding it. So what happens when you discover the word that reverses all of this? The word that unlocks wealth, abundance, opportunity, and flow. The word Neville himself revealed, hidden in plain sight, but overlooked by almost everyone. That is the word you are about to hear. And once you know it, once you take it into your imagination, and once you feel it, your financial world will never look the same again. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a breath. Notice how every thought inside you carries a whisper of language. Notice how every whisper carries emotion. And notice how those emotions sculpt the very reality you step into tomorrow. You are imagining right now. And what you imagine, you become. This is why a single word has the power to make you rich. Because when it is spoken with faith, when it is wrapped in feeling, when it is repeated in silence until it becomes your identity, it begins to take root. It grows inside you. And then, effortlessly, the outer world reshapes itself to match the seed you planted. In this journey, you will not simply learn the word, you will learn how to plant it, how to water it, how to live as though it is already yours. And when you do, doors you never even knew existed will begin to open. The phone call comes, the opportunity appears, the bank account shifts, the wealth you once chased will begin chasing you. But before we begin, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, am I ready to let go of the language of lack? Because the truth is, you cannot hold two worlds at once. You cannot keep repeating the words of fear and expect to live the life of abundance. You must decide. And tonight, in these next minutes, that decision will be made for you. So listen closely. Do not just hear the sound of my voice. Feel the vibration of these words moving through you. Let them sink into your imagination like roots into fertile ground. Because once the seed is planted, it cannot be undone. You will begin to see money differently. You will begin to see yourself differently. And the word you are about to learn will not only echo in your mind, it will echo in your reality. This is not theory. This is experience. And tonight, you are about to step into it. Stay with me until the very end, because the word you seek will not be revealed in the beginning. It will be unveiled when you are ready to receive it. And when you hear it, something inside you will awaken. You will know without doubt that this is the moment your wealth began. So take a deep breath. Settle into the silence and prepare yourself, because the journey into the one powerful word that makes you rich begins now. The mystery of the lost word. You have felt it before. The quiet sense that there is something missing, a secret just out of reach. You have read books, listened to speeches, searched for methods and formulas, yet no matter how much knowledge you collect, the breakthrough always seems just one step away. Neville Goddard understood this hunger. He knew that beneath all the noise of techniques and strategies, there existed a single truth so simple, so direct, that it could change a life instantly. Not in years, not in months, instantly. And that truth was hidden in a word. One word. A word that holds within it the vibration of wealth, the rhythm of creation, the authority of divine law. But here is the mystery. This word is not rare. It has been spoken by kings and beggars, by saints and skeptics, by the rich and the poor. It is not the word itself that hides, it is the meaning. It is the way the word is carried in your imagination that makes all the difference. Neville once said, "Words do not return empty, they return clothed in the reality you attach to them." Think about that. Every casual phrase you repeat to yourself, every statement you make about who you are, they do not fade into the air. They take root, they shape events. They return, clothed in flesh, clothed in money, clothed in circumstances. And so the lost word is not lost because it cannot be found. It is lost because people cannot believe in its power. They hear it, they speak it, but they dismiss it. They imagine it lightly, without feeling, without conviction, so nothing happens. You are here now because you are ready to hear differently, to speak differently, to imagine differently. The word you are seeking is not magic, it is law. It does not create out of thin air. It awakens what is already inside you, waiting to be expressed. When you take this word into your imagination, it acts like a key turning in a locked door. Suddenly, the life that felt out of reach begins to flow toward you. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel what it would mean if a single word could unlock wealth for you. How would your body respond? Would you feel lighter? Would you feel stronger? Would your chest expand with the certainty that money is no longer your enemy, but your companion? This is why Neville guarded this teaching carefully. Because to the one who is careless, words are empty. But to the one who listens, who feels, who dares to imagine with intensity, words become flesh. And tonight you are no longer a careless listener. You are ready to become the one who feels, the one who dares. The one who imagines wealth so deeply that the universe has no choice but to reflect it back. This is the mystery of the lost word. It was never lost at all. It has been waiting for you. The creative power of language. You may not realize it, but every word you speak is a seed. Each one carries within it the potential to grow into something visible, something tangible, something you can touch and spend and live inside of. Neville Goddard called imagination the only reality. And yet, how does imagination take shape? It takes shape through words, because words are the carriers of images. Words awaken feelings. Words paint the unseen. Think about it. When you hear the word poverty, you don't just hear sound, you see it. You see the struggle, the fear, the shrinking world of not having enough. Your body tightens. Your chest feels heavy. The word has entered you, and it begins to create. Now imagine the word abundance. Instantly, your mind paints a different picture. You see overflowing tables. You see freedom of choice. You see doors opening, light flooding in, opportunities everywhere. Your body loosens, your breath deepens, your spirit expands. The word has entered you, and it too begins to create. This is the creative power of language. You are never just talking. You are sculpting, you are planting, you are commanding the invisible to become visible. Neville warned against careless words. He said that every idle word, every negative confession is like scattering weeds across the garden of your imagination. You may not notice them at first, but soon they grow and they choke the harvest you were meant to receive. And yet, this is good news, because it means you are not powerless. At any moment you can choose. You can stop repeating the words of lack and begin sowing the words of wealth. You can release the old seeds and plant the new ones deliberately. Do not underestimate how quickly the shift happens. The moment you change your inner speech, your outer world begins to bend. The moment you replace "I can't afford it" with "it is mine now," life reorganizes itself to prove you right. Because your imagination is not passive, it is the lawgiver of your destiny. So pause for a moment, listen to your own self-talk. What words are echoing in the chambers of your mind? Are they words of weakness or words of strength? Are they words of scarcity or words of overflowing wealth? The truth is, you already know, because your current life is the mirror of the words you have been speaking to yourself in silence. Your bank account, your home, your opportunities, they are the harvest of yesterday's inner conversations. But here is the power. Today, right now, you can begin again. You can shift the conversation. You can choose words that carry the fragrance of wealth, the authority of success, the vibration of abundance. And as Neville taught, when you do, your world will mirror it back to you as effortlessly as a shadow mirrors the body that casts it. This is not imagination in the weak sense, it is imagination as command, and every command begins with a word. How the mind reacts to words. Your mind is not a blank space, it is soil, rich, fertile, and ready to grow whatever is planted in it. And the seeds that fall into it again and again are words. When you hear a word, you don't simply register sound. You feel it, you react to it. Your body, your emotions, your entire nervous system bend toward it. This is why Neville Goddard insisted that imagination and feeling are inseparable, because words, when they are charged with emotion, enter your subconscious and shape the reality you walk into. Think of the last time someone spoke a harsh word to you. Notice how quickly your body tightened, your heart raced, your mind replayed the moment over and over. It wasn't just a sound, it became an inner state. It lived inside you. Now recall the last time someone spoke a word of encouragement, a word of love. Notice how your chest opened, how the heaviness lifted, how suddenly life felt possible again. Again, it wasn't just sound, it was an inner movement, a shift, a seed of possibility taking root. This is how your mind reacts to words. It cannot help it. Every word enters a suggestion. Every suggestion becomes image. Every image draws to itself the outer events that match it. You may believe that your circumstances are random, but they are not. They are the mirror of the inner dialogue you carry day after day. If your mind is filled with words of doubt, your world becomes heavy with delay and frustration. If your mind is filled with words of certainty, your world reshapes itself to deliver opportunities, connections, and unexpected provision. This is why repetition is so powerful. The subconscious does not argue with you. It does not weigh facts against lies. It simply accepts the words you repeat most often. Say, "I am broke," often enough, and your mind will bend reality to make it true. Say, "I am wealthy," often enough, and your mind will bend reality the other way, with equal obedience. You have already proven this law without realizing it. Think of how many times you declared something negative and watched it unfold. Now imagine what will happen when you declare something divine, something rich, something certain, over and over until it becomes your inner rhythm. This is why Neville warned, guard your inner speech. Because the words you speak in silence are the builders of your destiny. Your outer life cannot resist them, it must obey. So as you move deeper into this journey, understand, the word we are about to reveal will not work if it remains an empty sound. It must enter you. It must become emotion. It must be repeated until it no longer feels like something you are trying to believe, but something you are. This is how the mind reacts to words. It takes them as commands, and once commanded, reality must respond. The veil of wealth. There is a veil that covers the eyes of most people. It is not made of cloth or stone. It is woven from words, and this veil keeps them blind to the wealth that surrounds them. You see, wealth is not hiding. Opportunity is not scarce. Money is not against you. But if you live under the veil of poverty thinking, you cannot see what is already within your reach. Neville Goddard taught that man lives inside the state he occupies, and the state you occupy is clothed in language. Say to yourself, "It's too hard," and you step into the state of struggle. Say to yourself, "I don't have enough," and you step into the state of lack. Say to yourself, "It is mine now," and the veil begins to lift. The tragedy is that most people cling to words that chain them. They repeat the vocabulary of limitation, thinking it is realism. They believe that describing their situation honestly is wisdom, but what they call honesty is actually imprisonment. Words are veils or windows. They either cover your eyes or they open them. They either block you from wealth or they reveal it. Think about the phrases you have spoken this week. How many times did you say, "I can't afford it"? How many times did you tell yourself, "I'll never make it"? Each time you were pulling the veil tighter around your eyes. You were choosing blindness. But the moment you change your inner speech, you begin to tear the veil apart. You start to glimpse the abundance that was always there. You see opportunities that were invisible before. You notice connections, doors, openings that your old words kept hidden. This is not wishful thinking. It is perception. You only ever see what your state allows you to see, and your state is determined by your words. Imagine walking through the same street you walk every day. Yesterday you told yourself, "I am unlucky," so you saw nothing. Today you tell yourself, "Everything I touch prospers." And suddenly you notice the shop with the "for sale" sign, the person with the opportunity, the idea that sparks in your mind. The street is the same, but your words changed your vision. This is the veil of wealth. It does not exist outside you. It exists in the phrases you accept, the sentences you repeat, the inner dialogue you refuse to challenge. And here is the good news. The veil is thin. It can be torn in an instant. All it takes is one word, believed, repeated, and felt. Tonight you are learning to change the language of your inner world, and as you do, the veil begins to fall. What was hidden becomes visible. What felt impossible becomes natural. What seemed distant becomes yours. So as we move closer to the revelation of the word itself, remember this: your wealth has never been absent. It was only veiled, and the veil is nothing more than words you no longer need to speak. The word revealed. You have waited, you have listened, and now the moment has come. The word Neville Goddard gave his students, the word that unlocks wealth, is simple, yet divine. The word is, I am. Not I will be, not someday, not maybe if things work out. The word is I am. 2 letters, 1 statement, infinite power. When you declare I am, you are not describing your condition, you are creating it. You are not reporting your life, you are commanding it. You are stepping into the role of the creator, the author, the one who calls things into being. This is why Scripture repeats it again and again. When Moses asked the name of God, the answer was, I am, not a title, not an identity limited by time, but the eternal declaration of being. Neville taught, I am is the only reality. It is the root of all creation, and whatever you add after I am, with feeling, will clothe itself in your world. Say, I am poor, and poverty becomes flesh. Say, I am unlucky, and doors close before you arrive. Say, I am rich, and the wealth begins to take form. Not tomorrow, now. Feel it. Speak it within yourself right now. I am rich. Notice the vibration. Notice the way your chest expands, your energy shifts, your imagination begins to picture wealth surrounding you. That is creation in action. That is the power Neville entrusted to his closest students. The lost word was never lost. It was simply ignored, because it is too simple. People think it must be complicated. They search for rituals, symbols, formulas, and all the while the power waits in plain sight. 2 words, 1 command. I am. This is the key. This is the switch that flips the veil of lack into the window of abundance. This is the beginning of every miracle. So pause, close your eyes, whisper it, feel it, let it echo in your imagination. I am. Not I hope, Not I want, not I will be, but I am. Because when you claim it, the world around you must reorganize to match it. That is not belief, that is law. From this moment, every time you use those two words, remember, you are setting creation in motion. Be careless with them, and you will create chains. Be deliberate with them, and you will create freedom. The mystery is solved. The word has been revealed. Now the question is, will you use it? How to use the word in imagination. Now that you know the word, the question becomes, how do you use it? Because if you only speak it once, without feeling, it fades like a shadow at dusk. But when you take it into your imagination, when you clothe it with sensation, when you live inside of it, then it begins to transform your world. Neville Goddard gave clear instructions. Go into the silence, enter the state you wish to occupy, and declare the word from within that state. So, let us practice together. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath. Let your shoulders relax, let your body grow still. And now, imagine a scene that would be true if you were already rich. Perhaps it is the sight of your bank account overflowing with numbers that once seemed impossible. Perhaps it is the sound of your loved ones celebrating with you, saying, "I knew you could do it." Perhaps it is the feeling of standing at the door of your dream home, key in hand, stepping inside. Choose the scene. Do not make it complicated. Let it be short, simple, and filled with feeling. Now place yourself inside that scene. Do not watch it as if it were a movie. Step into it. See through your own eyes. Touch the walls. Feel the textures. Breathe the air of your new reality. And in that moment, declare the word, I am. Say it within yourself. Whisper it with authority. I am rich. I am successful. I am free. Feel the truth of it. Do not wait for evidence. Evidence will come later. Right now, the feeling is the evidence. Neville said, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is the secret. Repeat the word until it vibrates in you like a living pulse, not as a statement you hope to believe, but as an identity you already wear. I am. Over and over, until your body believes it more than your doubts. This practice is not about time, it is about intensity. Even 2 minutes of pure immersion can outweigh hours of fearful chatter, because in those 2 minutes, you are planting the seed. And once planted, it must grow. You will know the exercise is complete when you rise from your chair and feel different. The outside world may look the same, but inside something has shifted. You walk lighter, you breathe deeper. You feel the certainty that wealth is no longer a dream, it is already yours, and that certainty is the bridge. It carries you from imagination to reality. It draws the people, the opportunities, the ideas into your path. All you must do is remain faithful to the word. So tonight, and every night after, return to the silence, close your eyes, enter the scene, and declare with power, I am. For in that moment, creation has already answered you. Real stories of transformation. You may wonder, does this really work? Is it possible that 2 small words, I am, could change the course of a life? The answer is yes. And not only in theory, it has happened again and again in the lives of those who dared to apply it. Neville often told the story of his own students. One was a woman who lived in constant financial struggle. Her words were always the same. I can't afford it. I never have enough. She wore those words like chains, and her life reflected them. But when she began to apply the principle, everything shifted. Each night, she would close her eyes, enter the silence, and repeat with feeling, I am wealthy. I am free. At first, it felt foolish. Her outer world screamed the opposite. Bills piled up, debts pressed in, but she persisted. Within weeks, unexpected opportunities began to appear. A promotion at work, a debt forgiven, an inheritance she never expected. Piece by piece, her reality bent to the authority of her new words. And soon, she was living the wealth she had once only imagined. Another story, a young man, lost, unemployed, hopeless. His inner speech was filled with despair. I am a failure. I am invisible. And so, life treated him as such. Doors closed, people overlooked him, opportunities slipped away. But when he discovered the power of I am, he decided to test it. He chose a single phrase, I am valuable, I am chosen. Each morning, he declared it. Each night, he rehearsed it in imagination. He saw himself shaking hands, signing contracts, walking with confidence. Weeks later, he was offered a position he had once thought impossible to reach. Not by chance, not by luck, but by law, because the moment he changed his words, he changed his state. And the moment he changed his state, life had to reflect it. And now it is your turn. Your story is still being written, but the pen has always been in your hand. The words you speak today will shape the paragraphs of tomorrow. So ask yourself, what will your story be? Will you repeat the tired lines of, I can't, I'm stuck, I'm unlucky? Or will you dare to write a new chapter with the words, I am rich, I am free, I am the creator of my wealth? Remember this, Neville's students were not different from you. They were not more intelligent, more talented, or more connected. They were ordinary people who decided to believe, and by believing, they proved the law true. So let these stories awaken something inside you. Let them remind you that the same word is available to you right now. And the only difference between their story and yours is the moment you choose to say it and mean it. Because the moment you do, the transformation begins. The new you. From this moment on, you are no longer the same. Because once you have spoken the word with feeling, once you have claimed I am, a new self begins to rise within you. This new you does not beg. This new you does not chase. This new you does not live in fear of bills or debts or tomorrow. This new you commands reality by the certainty of identity. Listen carefully. Wealth is not something you try to attract. It is something you are. It flows to you because it recognizes you as its owner. And your declaration, I am, is the signal, the frequency, the magnetic field that calls it in. So what does the new you look like? See it now. Close your eyes. Picture yourself walking through the life of wealth as naturally as you once walked through the life of lack. Notice the way you carry yourself. Your shoulders lifted, your steps steady, your presence commanding. Hear the words people now speak to you. Congratulations. You inspire me. You did it. These words are not imagination only. They are echoes of the new reality already forming. Feel the sensations, the keys in your hand to the home you once dreamed of, the vibration of your phone as new opportunities arrive, the lightness of paying for what you desire without hesitation, without fear. This is the new you. And it is not far away. It is here now, alive within the word. Repeat it again. I am. Each time you declare it, you carve deeper grooves in your consciousness. Each time you feel it, the old identity of poverty cracks and falls away. Each time you believe it, you step further into the world prepared for you. But here is the truth. The old you will try to return. It will whisper the language of fear. It will remind you of past failures. It will point to your current circumstances and say, see, nothing has changed. In that moment, you must remember, circumstances are shadows. They follow identity, and identity follows the words you claim. So do not bend to the echo of the past. Hold firm to the declaration of the present. I am rich. I am free. I am already living the life I choose. This is the practice of the new you. Not waiting, not hoping, but being wealth now, being success now, being abundance now. And as you live in this identity, the world has no choice but to conform. Because reality is obedient to imagination, and imagination is moved by the words you dare to speak. So tonight, you have crossed the threshold. You are no longer the old self bound by lack. You are the new self, wealthy, free, unstoppable. And every time you speak the word, you remind the universe exactly who you are, the silence of the word. And now, you arrive at the end of this journey. But in truth, this is not the end. It is the beginning. Because tonight, you have received more than information. You have received a key, 2 words, I am. A phrase so simple that most people will ignore it. But not you, not now. From this moment forward, every time you speak those words, you are planting creation into the soil of your imagination. You are declaring not what you wish for, but what you already are. And life must obey. It cannot resist. It has no choice but to mirror the truth you dare to claim. Neville Goddard said, "Be still and know I am." Stillness is not emptiness. It is power. It is the quiet strength of knowing you no longer need to chase, no longer need to beg, no longer need to wonder, because the word has been spoken. The seed has been planted. The harvest is inevitable. So pause, take a deep breath, and let these words echo through you. I am rich. I am free. I am already living in the abundance that belongs to me. Carry them with you into your mornings. Repeat them when doubt appears. Whisper them when fear tries to return. Let them become the rhythm of your inner life until they are no longer words at all. They are your identity. This is not theory. This is not wishful thinking. This is law. And when you live by this law, wealth flows as naturally as the tide returns to the shore. Now, here is my challenge to you. Do not let tonight be the last time you practice this. Do not hear these words and then fall asleep only to wake tomorrow speaking the language of lack again. Instead, commit. Write it down, speak it aloud, live inside it, and watch as the new you begins to walk into rooms with doors that were once locked, and watch them swing open at your arrival. And if this message has awakened something in you, if you feel the stirring of a new identity rising within, then subscribe now. Because this channel is not entertainment, it is transformation. And every week, we go deeper into the teachings of Neville Goddard, uncovering the hidden laws of imagination that can rewrite your destiny. Do not miss what comes next, because today you discovered the word. But in the next journey, you will discover the image, the vision that multiplies the power of the word 100-fold. So comment below, I am ready. Let the world see your declaration. Let your words not remain hidden, but spoken into reality. And then, step into silence. Turn off the noise, close your eyes, and let the word rise again within you. I am. Because in that silence, the seed is growing, and soon you will see with your own eyes what you have already claimed in your heart. Remember this truth: you are not becoming wealthy. You are not waiting to be wealthy. You are wealthy. Now, the veil has fallen, the word has been revealed, and the new you has already begun. So go, live it, and I will see you in the next journey.